Okay, we can start.
First one.
Good evening, I greet to the lecturers and my fellow friends. My name is Mira, and I will be moderating today's forum topic. Are e-books better than physical textbooks for university students? Here, we have a panel to share their perspective. We welcome FIKRI, a senior lecturer of finance in UITM, Isaac, a finance student from UITM, AKHMAL, a parent whose profession is a teacher, CLARENCE, a parent whose profession is also a teacher, and RAYON, who is also a finance student from UITM. In this forum, we'll explore both sides of the argument to gain a comprehensive understanding on today's topic. First, we start off with the benefits of e-books.
Thank you, Mira, for letting me begin this forum discussion. Before I proceed with the agenda, I would like to greet you all with this wonderful evening. Alright, let me briefly explain what is actually an e-book. Well, e-book is a type of digital publication specifically designed so it can be readable on electronic devices. And because of its efficiency, e-book has provided a number of benefits towards its user, whether for student or lecturer. According to the article written by Harman, one of the notable benefits that is clearly noticed is it can enhance the effectiveness of the learning experience. For me, as a lecturer, I find that e-book is much more easier for me to use as a medium for my student to learn, since e-book have quite a lot of features such as multimedia materials, hyperlinks, and even simulation video, specifically for the subject, which obviously can assist me to make a better understanding for students. There is another article written by the Print Authority 2023 that talks about the benefit of e-books towards the people who have disabilities. As the article said that the e-book can facilitate learning in students, especially for students with specific kind of disabilities such as visual impairment or dyslexia. The e-book itself will become more handy due to its features of adjustable font sizing and accessing interactive elements, since the variability of readers' personal preference is determining factor. E-book also allows students to construct underlining and take notes directly in the text, which at the same time facilitates students in learning, since they can customize the color and size of their highlights. According to Dani, the e-book also allows students to go through lesson at their own pace, which will add a personal touch of the learning process. Since e-book contains various elements of multimedia, it will become more handy for students to learn and go through.
Thank you, Fikri, for your insight on the topic. Let us move on with Isaac for his point.
Thank you, Mira. As the generations go by, less and less physical books are bought and used, as it equals to longer time for doing research for their assignments and topics. The best thing about e-books is that they provide simplicity to the busy life of university students. That is why I prefer e-books. According to an article by Jennifer Wilbur, e-books are cheaper compared to physical textbooks because they require no printing fees. Not only that, they are easily accessible through electronic devices that we use daily. Thirdly, carrying multiple e-books is more convenient and lighter compared to physical textbooks. Last but not least, e-books can be transferred instantly between students and lecturers for quick reference. So, in conclusion, I prefer e-books because they are simple.
Thank you, Isaac, for your insight on the topic. Now, let's move on with AKHMAL with his points.
Thank you, Mira, and my fellow panelists who was given their opinion earlier. From my point of view as a parent who works as an educator, I appreciate the new experience that an e-book can bring to the readers. Since an e-book is not something strange anymore for everyone, this new experience is one of the benefits that being a parent will receive. With an e-book, the parents who have less time can become readers, since the e-book has the accessibilities for anyone who owns it. Let's go back to the first point that I mentioned earlier, which an e-book can give the new experience. According to Mike Harman, when having and reading an e-book, the readers such as parents can have a new experience from the e-book because the ebook has a features of augmented reality AR that help not just their understanding but also their experience with the knowledge. The parents can easily access the augmented reality AR in the ebook by just pointing the image or text in the ebook, and the computer can show the enhanced 3D image that is generated by the computer. With this, augmented reality AR can improve the understandings of the parents from what they read and also help them to experience from what they read to enhance their knowledge, exploration, and understanding. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, that is all from the ebooks panel. Now we move on to the benefit of physical books. Clarence?
Thank you, Amir. As a parent, physical books are better than e-books. Screen use can cause eye strain, pain, and other visual difficulties, according to Tina Petal 2023. Books improve eyesight, comfort, and health. Physical books help readers concentrate. Printing improves comprehension, according to research. Eye-friendly reading. E-books readers' blue LED screens may affect vision and comfort. Blue light damage eyes. Anyone confirm? Blue light displays may disrupt sleep cycles. Here is interesting info where e-ink Kindles cut blue light. Despite e-ink, paper books are treasured. Read their health risks. Until e-books are fixed, physical books are superior for eyesight, comfort, and health. Source from Ma and Walks 2018. I also wanted to highlight techniques to reduce daily digital distraction. Research of Nadim 2020 is right. Mobile application and features make reading ebooks tough. Schwartz 2023 observed that students focus better on print than digital materials. Physical books may boost concentration and comprehension. Books reading is different from digital reading. This method allows uninterrupted reading. Physical books limit screen exposure and potential visual and cognitive health issues. The University of Maryland discovered that students comprehended printed materials better than computerized ones. Reading physical books helped me focus and learn.
Thank you, Clarence, for the talk. Now let's hear from Rayon about physical books.
Thank you, Moderator Mira. So, as a finance student, I do like to highlight the impact of reading physicals on the sleep habits and mental relaxations. So, study made by Chang's 2015, reading a physical book before bed can improve sleep qualities by avoiding the exposure to the blue light, and this can help the melatonin to produce normally. So basically, the melatonin, known as a hormone in our brains that respond to the darkness and help us to sleep better. Other than that, engaging with physical books, such turning the pages and feeling the textures of the paper, can have a calming effects on the mind for individuals and be able to reduce stress. So this has been supported by Dr. Lewis, neuropsychologist at the University of Sussex, on his statement. By involving oneself to the reading physical book, it can help to reduce stress level by up to 88%. In contrast, 68%, In contrast, reading a book on device exposes students to a blue light and leads to the productions of melatonin being blocked, and this can potentially affect our sleep patterns. Not only that, when a student reads a book in their bed or at the tables, it generally can lead to muscle pain either on the neck or at the back of the body. So in my experience also, reading a book using a device in the bed or holding my phone too long, it makes my muscle, I can feel the pain in my muscles. And this also been supported by the Harvard's Health Publishing 2012. On the other hand, Katerina 2020 from the National Library of the Medicine showed that when our muscle when our body feels pains, it can lead to the poor sleep quality. Thus, a physical book provides us or give us a tactile experience, and we also can turn page very quick as compared to the ebooks. And this can be concluded that it can promote, help us to have relaxations and reduce stress levels. I think that's all from me.
Thank you, panelists, for sharing your valuable views on this topic. It's clear that both ebooks and physical textbooks have their own unique benefit. But do we have any counter-arguments?
I would like to counter FIKRI's points. I agree with FIKRI. However, the following individuals have to understand the consequences of the decision. First, about enhancing the effectiveness of the learning experience. E-books, multimedia, hyperlinks, and interaction may distract students. They may mislead students. Interactivity may disturb lecturers. Readers prefer e-books. Many like paper books. E-books may bore reader. E-books may help dyslexics, but other forms do too. Audiobooks, braille, and huge print allow reading. Digital books might be difficult to use. Next, about the facilities learning in students. FIKRI says e-books are easy and customizable, but have limitations. E-books require power. Device difficulties, battery life, and compatibility may impact reading and learning. Books are trustworthy. Dyslexics and visually handicapped may have difficulty with e-books. Readers with disabilities may struggle with non-accessible electronic forms. Disabled readers may use large print and audiobooks. Limited e-book annotation. These annotation may not be organized, exported, or accessible across devices or programs. In academics, this makes learning and referencing key data difficult. Books provide note-taking and annotation without technology.
Thank you, Clarence, for your counter. Do any other panelists have counters?
Let me continue with the flow. So I agree with a point provided by both Isaac and AKHMAL, which talk about how book creates simplicity and it is bring a new experience for students. However, I have doubt. Even though ebooks create simplicity and bring a new experience to the students, but it still have a negative impacts on our sleeping patterns because of the blue light. The National Institute of Health 2014 and Chan 2015 also agree that individual that is exposed to the light has a negative effect which can disturb the sleep pattern. Further, they say the effect occurs because of the hormone or the melatonin hormone is blocked by the blue light.
Thank you, Rayon, for your counter. Do any other panelists have counters?
Allow me to counter Clarence's point about the physical textbook improving students' vision and eye comfort and health. It is true that ebook can cause inconvenience to the humans. When he said that it causes headache, dryness, and digital eye strain, but that is not totally the case. As we all know, the most digital device nowadays have a reading mode features. This kind of features will help the user to adjust the brightness level of the screen when reading, depending on the environment, which is the features that the physical textbook does not have. When compared with the physical textbook, students have to always be wary of the environment, especially when it is dark and gloomy. In that case, it really depends on the user itself, on his or her ways of reading. Besides that point, I would also like to counter another point from Clarence about fewer digital distraction. Clarence stated that the physical textbook having fewer digital distraction is agreeable, but it should also be known that e-book that within electronic device have an option to turn off notification. So when students want to study or read on a second book, the second e-book, they can simply turn off any app notification for as long as they want and ultimately reduce the digital distraction. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Fikri, for your counters. Now, do any other panelists have counters?
I would like to counter Rayon's point about how physical books help to improve sleep quality. This point is also agreeable, but it should be known that the sleep quality depends on the usage of the user. Because even though students read physical books before sleeping, it does not mean that it will be better. Reading a physical book before sleeping, especially in a dark and gloomy environment, will still affect the student's sleep quality, but it won't be as bad as an e-book.
Thank you, Isaac, for your counter. Do any other panelists have counters?
I would also like to counter Rayon parts about enhanced relaxation and mental well-being. The point about physical text enhancing relaxation and mental well-being through its physical texture is agreeable. But e-books are not just a book behind a screen. Some e-books nowadays contain certain interactive features such as animated figures, smart presentation, video and audio presentation, quizzes and polls. These features not only bring a new feel in different ways of learning, but also able to reduce stress. Ultimately, it depends on the designs of the ebook itself. Is it true that ebooks does not really enhance relaxation and mental well-being like a physical textbook does? But at least it will change the environments of learning towards students.
Okay. Today's discussion has shed light on the topic of e-books versus physical textbooks for university students. As the educational landscape evolves, it is crucial for us to consider the diverse needs and preferences of students while harnessing the advantages of technology. Ultimately, the goal remains the same, which is to provide students with effective and accessible resources that enhance their learning experience. Thank you to our panelists and audience members for participating in this enlightening discussion.
Uy, dia tuh record tidak wah.